Oh, please, we gotta get a finale.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his Geth.
I knew they'd come around. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're basically just bottlenecked into that with Canasax. See, that might, like, if I were doing this, I might be negative for me.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
How many ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
One ship going into the Terminus
Okay,
systems
we
won't...
You detonated a
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Not sure how I would revise this. This is gonna be interesting as a writing exercise.
I hate being right.
I wish I could say I was surprised.
I was surprised Udina bought into it. I guess he's like any other politician. The Council's used to being the biggest kid on the playground. They don't want to believe Daddy's coming to pick them up. And eat them, I guess.
I don't care if I have to go through the Council. I won't let Sovereign win.
That's the spirit, Skipper. Whatever you come up with, you can count me in. I know I'm not the easiest person in the world to get to know, so I'll do you a favor. Just this once. I want you to be happy. Whatever you need, I'll help. There, you made me say it. Boom goes my feminine mystique.
I've had a hell of a time figuring you out. But I think I have. I want you to be happy too.
You better.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
Sounds important. You'd better go.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
There's no real. I think. Going into my idea of the review system, I probably would say that the problem with this is that there's no point of no return indicator whatsoever. Like, basically, if this was, like, the way I would design it is that going to the Citadel is going to be the point of no return. Granted, there are a lot of quests you can do on the Citadel, there's a lot of quests you can initiate on the Citadel. But at least you'd have a ton of exploring you could do. I can even take it a step further and say that it's us going to see the Council that will initiate the point of no return. So we can go to see the Council whenever we want. And that will be a point of no return. I probably even have a warning pop up saying an immersion breaking warning coming up.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Oh. Now you show up.
Shepard? Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
And the shit, yeah.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
I'm afraid I can't discuss the details of my missions.
So you were there on a mission from the Council? That's very interesting. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
Respect's a funny thing. People always assume they deserve it. The truth is, respect is earned, and I firmly believe we can earn it.
You're an idealist, Commander, but a sincere one. I hope you're right. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm just... Chewy Puncher, I think this might be the last question. Why are we frozen up? Okay, we're unfrozen. Quick save? No, I can't quick save.
I've had enough of your snide insinuations.
You bitch! I'll make sure everyone in the Alliance sees that. Your career is over.
We have... I mean, we do need to get... We have a shortage of renegade points. Like, we barely budged the bar. Our Paragon points run up over.
When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours
Oh,
being
yeah, I went over
questioned
this.
by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Like, I do seriously wonder if I could just write it in my version of the fanfic that Mel is actually able to convince the commander to send them in. They probably point out that the bomb was based. The bomb was the Solarian's idea. Was Kirih's idea. Oh, great. What's the directional audio thing again? Yep, but that is.
That's not what I heard.
And what did you hear exactly?
More rumors about strange metal creatures with real AI. Yes, but there's more. There always is. I heard they had some connection with a rogue Spectre.
Not this again.
Why is that so hard to believe?
Whatever you say. Just don't expect us to believe it too.
It's out of my hands, Rita.
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
I've already written the conversation, the love interest conversation with Tally. I mean, I could just include that as an extra feature. Seriously, like, the whole thing kind of reads weird to me. Like, we have literally the stealthiest ship in the galaxy right now. Like, we could get to Ilos relatively undetected. And if Saren's there, we could... You know, we'll be at a disadvantage because we don't have a fleet behind us. But we could do something. At least. If he's not there, if it's all just an elaborate ruse and distraction, as the council believes, then we could just turn around the way we came in and just as discreetly and no one the wiser. So, what's the big deal? But I don't really understand politics all that much in the broad terms, but still, like, it kind of smacks of just a plot device to have this whole third act kind of dip where we're at our lowest point before we emerge triumphant, you know, and it feels just a smidge contrived to me. Like,
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area, patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
There's gotta be a better way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
Breaking into his office is the hard to get one.
I was hoping you'd say that. The Ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
There's an rapid transit. Huh. Are all our fashionable options gone for some reason?
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage. In entertainment news,
that's proceeding
Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with L-Corps cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the L-Corps with a Hamlet who uses L-Corps body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions. A research station on Noveria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown. Given the research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
My people are wanderers, not military leaders. All this fighting seems strange. It must be more familiar for you, Chief Williams.
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Anderson? What are you doing here? I didn't send...
Let's go. Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
And also, like, the thing about this is that, another thing to kind of note is that Mel is kind of established as being not exactly a skilled diplomat, but very like good at being diplomatic in general. Like from the very beginning, like from the very first encounter with the council, he / they are very good at like seeing the council and appreciating the council's perspective. And just being reasonable about it. So, like, at this point, he's just gonna be reasonable and just be like, hey, I've got a ship that's super stealthy. It's just one ship with one of the best crews in the galaxy. Like, I know you have your doubts, but at the very least, like, that recording that I used to prove Saren's guilt mentioned the conduit. That was long before he even knew that I would be in. That was recorded long before he even knew I was going to be involved. Long before. I don't know, but it may even also mention the Reapers. I don't know, like, this just seems like far too elaborate a deception.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Huh?
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. The brass isn't happy with the way you treated her. This comes straight from the Joint Military Command.
Sir, she was gonna make me look bad no matter what I said.
Well, there were better ways to handling it than knocking her on her ass.
But there were funnier ways to handle it.
Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Look, I'm extremely stressed, okay? I just had my... I actually know that was before I had the energy, but still. I could technically do everything, I suppose. Except if I go back to the Citadel. I'm gonna take a team that's impossible to take. Okay, well, before that.
Skipper?
You don't have to call me that. I'm a traitor now. I probably shouldn't even be wearing this uniform.
We had to do
What
this,
uniform?
Shepard. You know that. There was no other way. And you'll always be the skipper to me. Oh, Captain, my captain.
First Alfred Tennyson, now Walt Whitman? You're full of surprises.
Dad loved all those sappy poets. Mom was more into Plath. I'm not a word person, Shepard. Other people say what I mean better than I do. We're mutineers, sailing a stolen warship into the most hostile system in the galaxy. Just call us humanity's best and brightest.
I keep reminding myself we're doing the right thing. I don't believe me yet.
Believe me then, you're doing the right thing. Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note, may yet be done. Not unbecoming men that strove with gods. We'll get home again, Shepard. I believe you'll lead us through. captain. My captain.
Is my rank all you see when you look at me?
No. I see a strong, passionate man. With a great ass. There are regs against this, you know. You ready to deal with the consequences?
You see a man?
I've spent my whole life fighting to get what I want. To get it done, I had to bury a lot of things. During that whole time, not even once did I feel like I was worth what I was fighting for. You make me feel good enough.
I can make you feel much more than that. Come here.
No. I think you're gonna have to come here.
Shut up and get over here.
Make me.
We'll just ignore that misgendering. She's a Barbie doll. The whole time.
Well, now, that's a whole new spin for on the floor and give me 20, huh?
You can't ever be serious, can you?
Well, geez, Shepard, if you can't laugh after that, when will you?
Bridge to Commander Shepard. We're 5 minutes out from the Mu relay.
Well, duty calls. Get up to the bridge, Skipper. I've got other weapons to check out. Hey, Shepard. Whatever happens down there, I just wanted to say... Wait, you know what? I'm not telling you. You want to hear this? You'll just have to come back to me.
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker?
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
We're gonna take the impossible squad. This biotic tech in combat. It's an even downward or upward, depending on how you look at it. Can you examine the squad?
Inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There's no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We'll have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Our decryption skill's too low. We should have brought Tally. The high ground. It's over. No, quick save.
Targets down.
Oh. Okay, hoist ourselves up there like we did the last one.
Hostile contact.
This is the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after we went inside. We'll have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
What is this? Some kind of defense bunker?
Probably. The Protheans could have used this elevator to deploy reinforcements to protect the rest of the complex.
What do you think the Geth are doing with those armatures?
Looks like they hooked them into the Prothean maintenance bays to make repairs. The security lockdown must have deactivated them.
I just hope they don't suddenly become active again.
Come on, Saren's already got a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it. Then we're just walking into a trap.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It's probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we can't understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Incredible. The cipher must have transferred an understanding of the Prothean language into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge. Inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Fought Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot
go.
be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
Those armatures out there look like they're up and running again.
When we disengaged the lockdown, the automated defense system must have kicked in and reactivated. This might work to our advantage. If the Prothean defense programs are controlling them, the armatures might actually see the Geth as invaders.
Yeah. Pressure still too low. Oh, there we go. Huh? Okay. Alright, what's the point of this? Hell. How do I get back down? Well, this way? Why didn't you just tell me in the first place?
They're being controlled by the station's automated defense programs. They're attacking anything that isn't Prothean. We go out.
Looks like shutting down the security system wasn't enough. We'll have to restore the power if we want this door to open.
Really? How? Where? Why? When? Why? All the questions. I kind of hate this level. It's way too open-ended and not enough direction. Okay, those are too delicate. Huh? Huh? Oh, this frickin' thing?
I wouldn't touch anything. Feels like we're being watched, and not by the Geth.
I don't get this. This might be a restored puzzle that was. Okay, what the hell? Hell. Huh? New and iota. I don't know what the heck that means. 13th, 9th, and 7th letters of the Greek alphabet? Well, what the heck does that... Why are you designating these things with Greek letters? Oh, they literally say... So flip new. Then it no, damn it. New and iota. Then we'll start it over again. Stop. New iota than iota. There we go. I was so confused. Like, oh, why did you say what they are? I thought it was some weird code. Just a glimpse into the mind of an autistic person. I was overthinking it very drastically. Like, is there some like military thing where like the hands of a clock are correspond to Greek letters? Why are you making the solution to the puzzle into another puzzle?
Who votes we take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker?
Good idea. The firepower will come in handy.
I thought Saren would have set some kind of trap or ambush for us. They must have been in too much of a hurry.
Or we just haven't run into it yet.
Okay. Ammo.
What are those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive through cryogenic freezing. What's happening?
It's a trap. Saren must have set an ambush.
I don't think Saren's behind this. Whatever's down here is Prothean, right? So it has to be on our side, against the Reapers.
I'm not putting faith in anybody being on our side. Not anymore.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you. Unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
Wait a minute, how come I can understand you? Why aren't you speaking the Prothean language?
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
The Reapers can wipe out the Council and the entire Citadel fleet in a single surprise attack.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
The war was lost. If you'd surrendered, they might have let you live.
No offer of surrender was ever given. Our enemy had a single goal: the extinction of all advanced organic life. Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit's not a weapon. It's a backdoor into the Citadel.
What happened next?
We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
You should have fought.
We were a few hundred against a galactic invasion fleet. Our only hope was to remain undetected. I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
He couldn't let everyone die. Better to sacrifice some so others could live.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning, a way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
Aren't they under the influence of the Reapers?
The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Saren must have some plan to undo everything you did.
The one you call Saren will use the conduit to bypass the Citadel's defenses. Once inside, he will transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
I'll stop Saren. Just tell me how.
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit, follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
Nothing. Saren gets through the conduit, the Reapers arrive, and the Protheans fail.
We can get there in time. Their plans will move as we do, and I've come too far to watch Saren win.
They're taking pot shots up at us. I kind of had to ask why they didn't destroy the conduit behind them just to be safe, but...
There! The conduit! It's incredible!
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay, and these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
Activate the defenses! Seal the station! The arms aren't moving. Systems not responding. Abandon the Citadel! Evacuate the Council! Citadel Control! Citadel Control, do you copy?
Hang on! Things are gonna get a little rough.
Especially with the way I drive.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation.
Destination blocked.
Viele Funktionen auf der Unterebene doppelt. Experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. Personnel à l'exception des équipes personnelles est prié d'évacuer immédiatement. Il presupio sta subendo grave.
Open the mass relays! The fleet needs reinforcements! The relays are locked. Someone's taken over all the systems. We're getting hammered out here. Why won't you respond? Citadel Control! Citadel Control!
I probably would add an extra little moment where, like, once we realize what the conduit is, we just send a quick message to Joker. Tell him, like, hey, we need you to get back to...
Experiencing severe system
malfunctions across the entire level. All non-
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms!
Thus, the mating ritual begins.
Saren's locked the elevator! Suit up! We're going outside!
Why are you clipping for us? I'm sorry. Close to leveling up. Well, we're kind of close. say. Do we just destroy this thing? Well, how's everybody doing? Just watching it get drop shit slowly get whittled down. Hey, we level up. You can master sabotage. Okay.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
Let's end this!
You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now my doubts are gone. I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and machine intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither. I am a vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for the implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Okay, now the double tap. Oh, that was kind of, the final one was kind of weird.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms!
Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Normandy to the Citadel. Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Endura sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
You can't sacrifice human lives to save the Council. What have they ever done for us?
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign's a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
Exactly. We can't throw away reinforcements trying to save the Council. We have to hold them back until Sovereign's exposed.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
Opening the relays now, Joker. We need to save the Ascension no matter what the cost.
I hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
Alliance ships, move in. Save the Destiny Ascension.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance. Thank the goddess.
Destiny Ascension, you are all clear. Repeat, you are all clear.
The Citadel's opening. All ships move in. Concentrate on Sovereign.
Make sure he's dead.
Maybe I should do it personally. Yeah, quadruple tap there. Quintuple tap. We need to nuke him from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
last shot.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander?
Oh, he died. How depressing.
Ambassador, Captain, Commander Shepard. We have gathered here to recognize the enormous contributions of the Alliance forces in the war against Sovereign and the Geth.
Many humans lost their lives in the battle to save the Citadel. Brave and courageous soldiers who willingly gave their lives so that we, the Council, might live.
There is no greater sacrifice, and we share your grief over the tragic loss of so many noble men and women.
The Council also owes you a great personal debt, Commander, one we can never repay. You saved not just our lives, but the lives of billions from Sovereign and the Reapers.
Commander Shepard, your heroic and selfless actions serve as a symbol of everything humanity and the Alliance stand for.
And though we cannot bring back those valiant soldiers who gave their lives to save ours, we can honor their memories through our actions.
Humanity has shown it is ready to stand as a defender and protector of the galaxy. You have proved you are worthy to join our ranks and serve beside us on the Citadel Council.
Counselor, on behalf of humanity and the Alliance, we thank you for this prestigious honor and humbly accept.
We will need a list of potential candidates to fill humanity's seat on the Council.
Given all that has happened, I am sure your recommendation will carry a great deal of weight, Commander. Do you support any particular candidate? Let the politicians figure this one out.
I agree with the Commander. This is too important to rush into.
Of course, Ambassador. We will welcome your candidates with open arms, whomever they may be.
Sovereign's defeat marks the beginning of a new era for both humanity and the Council.
Sovereign was only a vanguard. The Reaper fleet is still coming. Hundreds of ships, maybe thousands. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. Humanity is ready to do its part. United with the rest of the Council, we have the strength to overcome any challenge. When the Reapers come, we must stand side by side. We must fight against them as one. And together, we will drive them back into dark space.
Let's get past this. I mean, it's great in song, but yeah, we have a lot of melee focused. Or biotic focused characters. There's a bunch of things you can do. Wait, wrong screen. Okay. Bunch of things you can do. Maybe which will take 5 seconds of your time. You can like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you feel like doing on whatever platform of choice you have. A bunch of socials you can check out. A Patreon, all those fun things. But regardless, I thank you very much for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.